letting your profits run. Now, this might seem quite simple and strange. However, I've run into this problem myself. Once again, there are only three possible reasons for me to exit a trade and sell it off. Number one, I'm stopped out, so I'm losing money and I have my stop loss, my limit of my losses. If it's automatically taken, then I've lost the trade and that's it. Number two, my take profit is taken. So once again, I have a stop loss, a limited risk, and then I have a take profit that I calculate based on quite a few factors, and which you'll learn. And then if the price comes to that level, then my trade is automatically closed and I'm very, very happy. Now, reason number three, that in the middle of my trade, I see a strong signal in the opposite direction developing in one of my analytical tools, and one of my trading systems is telling me that the market might reverse, so I might consider leaving. And that's my third option of leaving the trade, regardless of how many points I have. Now, a lot of people, a lot of traders make a huge mistake of not letting their profits run. Maybe they have a really nice money management and risk management, but psychologically, sometimes they leave the trade because they are too impatient. For example, you enter a trade and you set out your take profit at a 3-to-1 ratio of your amount of stop, and the price climbs and you have, let's say, if your stop, let's say, for example, is 20 points and your take profit is 60 points. So at the minimum of 3-to-1 ratio, and you have at some point 38 points, for example. And in the money equivalent, if you're trading a few full futures, for example, in the German market, European market, or the US market, those 38 points will be equivalent to a few $1,000s. And some traders feel the urge to close the trade. What if the market reverses and I will be, I can take this money right now. Right now, let's just close it. Let's take this money and run away from the trading station in a happy mood and not risk anymore. And that's a huge problem. You should be able to gather that patience and be cool about each trade and treat both your minuses and your pluses in the same way. Don't get too angry and too upset about the minuses, and don't get too happy and too confident about your pluses. And of course, don't leave your trade because you have a plus. Simply having a plus is not a reason to leave a trade. That's what I mean by letting your profits run. And a lot of traders, and I'll repeat myself, a lot of traders make a mistake of leaving the trade just because they have no more patience left. A lot of times the market will move in your favor, then it will reverse a little bit and you're like, oh, I have 2,000 in profit, and then, oh, well, I have just 800 left in profit, and then, wow, I have 3,000 in profit, oh, then I have just 1,200 left in profit. That's just the way the market works. A lot of trades will be that you have quite a lot of points in profit, and then the market returns to the key level. For example, one of the things that I'm trading are the key levels, and the market returns to the key level and you have zero. So the market returns to a zero. And you feel like, maybe I should have closed that trade. But how could you know that the market will turn right there? You cannot predict the market so much. You can only predict certain movements, and you will be able to explain a lot of market movement and what is happening in general in the market. However, you cannot explain always absolutely everything. So saying that you should have left the trade there is like poking the sky, poking the cloud with your finger, just like that. But you could not have known that the market will turn right there. So why did you leave? How could you know that the peak will be right there? So if you cannot explain something, then it's not repeatable. Therefore, you should not be doing it in your trading whatsoever. The only three things that are explainable in terms of leaving the trade are a stop, a take profit, or a visible strong signal in the opposite direction. Finito. There is nothing else. And you have to understand this right now so that you will not start making the same mistake right away. Because let me tell you something. If you start trading with a few bad habits, trust me, after a few months, you will maybe learn that from somebody else, not from me. You'll learn that this habit was a bad habit. And once you have traded with a bad habit for quite a while, then getting rid of that bad habit is going to be quite difficult. And I've been there, done that, and I know it. And that is the reason, exactly the reason why I am spending a lot of time in the beginning of this learning program teaching you all ins and outs of trading in general and especially the trading psychology. All right, that's it for this lesson. Enjoy your test. No homework, so see you shortly in the next lesson.